get started. Today we're going over Shameless Snacks. Let's pop into their ad library first. Okay. So one of the things that caught me off guard for this company, the first thing was, so they're a candy company, sort of like a healthier candy. And the first ad, I don't even remember which one I saw, but they spelled candy Candie. And I was like, what is going on? It was something as simple as that caught my eye. And then like throughout their website and stuff, they spell it regularly, but it definitely caught my eye, the misspelling on the ad. They have a lot of, these are like their new AI generated store shelf ads that they're trying to figure out. They're doing a bus on top of a railway. A lot of like the ads like featuring their stuff, and a lot of text going on, but also like hoping that people stop and look at like what we're saying goodbye to. But they do have a lot of ads, but they're all running to the same place. I did want to open up one of their video ads so that we can get a sense of who they are. I have one picked out, and of course it's gone. I don't know which one it was. But okay, we'll just 10 reasons why these gummies are perfect for your GLP-1 journey. Okay. Let's just start on one of their ads, see if we can get something good. So they got clips from a couple influencers and some like B-roll, just a lot that's going on into that. Then when you click on these, they take you to an advertorial. So this one's 10 reasons why these gummies are perfect for your GLP-1 journey. The one that I had clicked on earlier was, nope, that's not it. 10 reasons why these fiber-packed gummies are Amazon's #1 sour candy. So essentially we're looking at the very same thing. They have just duplicated it and added a different headline. So that way they can target a little bit differently. Starting with that one, obviously is working, so let's now expand that out. So we've done stuff similar with like our Hachiade. It's working well. Now let's kind of duplicate it and target it directly towards moms and energy. And so it's like, okay, we have like this standard one, and then this one targeted specifically for GLP-1. Let's just go through and kind of talk about the making of advertorial. Obviously, a really good headline that's going to pull us in. This JDM character is just a name and an AI image, so that's, just nothing crazy. I do like that they have this straight away, calling themselves out versus their competitors. So like a quick overview. But as you go through, it's nothing like groundbreaking information of the 10 reasons why they're #1 on sour candy. The now #1 on Amazon for sour candy. It's not like giving all the details of what's in it or how they got to #1. It's really about the reasons that you want to buy, and we're going to package it up as these 10 reasons. Something that they do well also is they have all of these images, and not a single image that they have on here like doesn't have something eye-catching or something for you to read or like pulls you in. And when they're doing it on mobile, they'll do headline image, headline, image, and then copy. So it's, oh, come on. All right. So it's set up really well that we've got a really great headline, then the image, then the copy. And one thing also that I've been kind of telling everybody, like as we're doing reviews and stuff this week and looking at people's stuff, I'm always recommending dynamic copy. So if you will notice, they've got the bold here, they've got the italics here, and then just like parts of sentences. Sometimes it's a whole sentence that's bolded, and they're not using underline, but I've seen that well. That is just kind of a great way for us to skim through. I'll catch my eye on the image and then be like, oh, it's got some prebiotics in there. It has fiber in there. Healthy candy. Does it actually taste like candy? Maybe I want to read more, So having that in there is a great way to catch people's eye, especially if you're going to have a lot of copy, which if we're having a listicle with 10 things on it, definitely is going to have a lot of copy. I don't always read copy, but I did go through and read all of this today. But I think the most important part of having like an advertorial that's actually going to convert is making sure that it's like not just, I think when we're thinking about like blog posts, it's like, oh, let's give them all this information about like all these things that could help and or this and or that. It's really like this whole story. With an advertorial, it's very direct. It's like, these are the 10 things that are making it number one on Amazon, and you want to be there too. Like, this is exactly how we can help you, and here's the outcome that we'll deliver. You're currently here. After these 5 things, after these 10 things, you can be here. So it's like, oh, if you want to be in on, the number 1, here's 10 reasons why. Or if this is perfect for you, if you're on a GLP-1, here's 10 reasons why you want this snack. And so then it goes through, and all of these images, all of the layout and everything is going to be the same. The idea is going to be the same, but the content is going to be different because it's directed towards the GLP-1. So you'll notice some of the images are the same, some of the convenient grab and go, stuff like that, but it still will talk about GLP-1s throughout there. But also they have the holiday sale, which we all know it's January, we're past the holiday, but does not mean that you can't still run a holiday sale on your advertorial. I would have switched it already to probably have something else, New Year sale, something like that, because it might turn some people off. But I think when we were at Living Good Daily, we had a Black Friday, Cyber Monday ad up and running through, I think it was through June or July. People were still converting on it. People were still taking the offers. And so if it's working, maybe, if it's broke, don't fix it, right? If it's working, maybe we'd leave it alone. But and then let's chat about the offer. So for the offer, they're doing free gifts with your order up to 46% off. And then they've got, the timer for urgency, the sellout risk high for scarcity, free shipping to pull you in, 30-day money back guarantee. They have all of those elements in their offer. And this takes you straight to the product page for this. I think it is most likely a, what's the word I'm looking for? A landing page that they've created for this offer, not necessarily their product page on their website. And I think that because just the way that this is set up, it's like they're using a subdomain. They're probably on, I don't know if it's Checkout Champ or I can't think of what the other one. Yeah, they're using Checkout Champ. So they've built this out in Checkout Champ so that way they can have their traffic going from the advertorial here through the same funnel instead of routing it through Shopify. So one of the other things that's cool is, so we had a lot of images on the advertorial page. None of those images are repeated here. And I think that kind of as we are getting going, a lot of times we want to reuse our images so that way we don't have to go in and spend all the time. I think that's great for testing. Once we've tested, having different images on your advertorial page versus your product page or your landing page is good, so that way people have more time to like interact with, see different viewpoints, see different, like, this is going to have a lot more going on here and like all of these are going to be completely different. You're going to have people engaged as they're looking through it. So the headline being save and plus four free gifts. We already know what we're getting is the Shameless Snacks, but I was like, oh, where do I select the flavors? And it's this big button that I didn't notice at first, right? So they have a lot going on in their buy box. Let's just break it down. They've got the elements of trust with the star rating. This, instead of like a headline of what the product is, they're calling out the offer. Clinician's choice, their little credibility here, letting you know that you are subscribing, saving, and then if you order today, you get free gifts. And that most likely is code that updates every single day, so they don't have to come in and manually do any of that. And then letting you know which one's the best value, which will be the one that is the default button too. But let's say we were to do 10 bags, it would update with which of the gifts that we're getting. 20 bags, we can get 2 gifts. 30 bags, we get 3 gifts. And then the 40 bags is when we would be able to get all of those gifts. And then clearly stating more information about the offer. So letting you know that it's subscribe and save. It's coming every 30 days and you'll be able to lock in at that discounted rate. But then you can update it anytime with whatever flavors you like. Say you like the blueberry one and not the watermelon one, you'd be able to go in and select all that. And then again, just kind of reiterating their value. The rest of the page is just simple, trying to get you to convert gifts and videos that are on the loop. Us versus them again, but a different layout so that you can kind of get excited to see it again, and then reviews, big on the reviews. But if we were to click forward, it takes us to another page. So it's kind of like, because we're in Checkout Champ instead of in Shopify, you can kind of curate the experience more. So you have the advertorial page, then you've got that landing page, product page, and now you've got the pre-cart essentially, where you're able to pick out which products you want, which flavors. Some of them are sold out, so you can update some of them and get that going, and then get here and it'll total it up for you. Pay with PayPal. This is also a Checkout Champ checkout. It's not a Shopify checkout, but they've got all the necessary information in here, so you'd still be able to do that. They've got how much gifts you're getting, the shipping free, etc., etc. And then you see the final total, which I don't think we saw the total throughout. Oh, I can't go backwards. I don't think we see the total until the very end. Yeah, we see $2.99 per bag, but no total. So that is interesting. Eric, did you get emails?
I did. Not a lot, and pretty basic, but still pull them off here. Here. I need approval to share my screen.
Oh, my bad. That's every week, and I am so sorry. I want to figure out how to like automatically approve you every week.
All right. So for theirs, this is their like once you opt in, their first one. So pretty I mean, like, got a nice design, but I think just real simple. So it really is like just kind of to the point, which is nice. It's a long designed email, but if you just really look at it, it's really just the touching points of like there's a hook in there, shop, a little blurb about Shameless, and then finish your order. So to the point there. This one, I don't know if this is because this is around their offer or if all of their abandons are like this, but does not have the product in the abandon. So I was kind of surprised about that, but at the same time, like sometimes a general catch-all will do it, but I would have at least put it in the first one and the last one. So we've got the first one that says finish order now. Then we've got another one. I think this one came a day later, and then finish order. Still, again, just pretty straight to the point. Designed out, but still lacking that like what the product was. And then you got a final one, and I think this was 3 days later to resume shopping. So again, I'd like to go back and actually look and see like what their if this is general and not just around like an offer, because I'm surprised there's not. If this is their general one, I'm surprised there's not a discount code in there and that kind of stuff. But if it's attached to this offer, then I can understand that too. So, but definitely surprised to not see the products in there.
Yeah, do you think that's because it's on Checkout Champ and so it's not pulling in like the automations that you would have from Shopify?
That could be the case, actually. Yeah, actually, they might have a dynamic lock like right here under the hero that would have that product in there. So that's a good call out there, actually.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is because they have it in, and so it might be for the entire website, but it also might just be for this offer. Like they've duplicated their current abandoned cart, and that's why it's like, oh, finish your order, and it takes you back to that landing page in Checkout Champ. Oh, and he's gone just like that. All good. One last thing, I wanted to pull up their website. Since we were looking at like just the Checkout Champ version, like let's take a quick peek at their website to kind of see how their product pages are a little bit different. So let's see. Okay, so when we're on the Checkout Champ site, we like get all the product information, and then during the checkout portion is when you see the opportunity to like build your box, pick what flavors you want. And then here on their Shopify site is where this is their product page with the build a box with like all the information that they have. So a completely different setup, but we're getting to the same thing, right? Where you can build the box, kind of get what we want in there. But it is also very nice to see that the offer that they're running to is an actual discount. I think a lot of times people will like try and get away with, oh, because it's on this separate thing and you can't necessarily find the website as easy, just to be like, oh, like $3.15 is a good deal. The 10-pack was, or the two bags was like $2.99 a bag, or you guys have to go back to it. 10 bags, $2.99 a bag. And so here it's $3.15. So it is nice that they are doing that discount on their very specific funnel, everything like that too. So for advertorials, we have one lined up that we're working forward on our end, and we're like putting together a bundle for one of our products just simply because it is like the way that we're going through is like heart health, and so we want to have the necessary components, like the right kind of stack there for people, so it's not just one product, kind of as that makes sense for that specific brand. But we do have an advertorial for another like singular product that we've ran to before, so definitely something that we can share if you guys want to like peek behind the scenes. Another week we can kind of go through our advertorials that we have, or we can show more, because I think for the next couple of weeks we're gonna dissect some advertorials, because there's a lot of them out there, and because they're so popular right now, we should be running them. That's something like if it's working well across industry. I've seen it for supplements, I've seen it for watercolors, I've seen it for snacks, just kind of across the board. It's definitely something that we should be funnel hacking and offer mining and going from there. So any questions, anything you guys want to chat?
Good stuff. Yeah, do we have something in the chat? I don't know. Yeah, that looks great. I want to definitely do some more advertorials and kind of break some of those down, because that's something I want to kind of go back to. I've done one in the past, but I want to kind of get back to that. I think that would definitely help. And I could bundle, I only have 2 products, but I could bundle those 2 products together.
Yeah.
For an advertorial. and say, hey, get the joint support. And when you do that, that was kind of my question on the advertorial. You really want to focus on that one product, which would be my hero product of the joint support, not
Mhm.
really give the details of, say, my hydration drink mix, but maybe
Yeah.
offer that bundle, say, hey, when you start on a subscription, we're going to give you the hydration mix at 40% off in the bundle,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, you can frame it as that, like, "Oh, when bundling today, get this, the hydration
Right,
mix 40% off with your first order." And then from there, decide if you wanna keep, because in, Shameless Snacks, it's like, "Oh, you can update the flavor anytime that you want, and cancel." And so if there's a way for you to, like, clarify, like, yeah, if you love it, then you'll keep getting it month over month, and if you don't, then take it off and just keep the
right.
Hiker's Blend on subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of options.
Yeah. I think
I
that
gotta
it'll
get
be
more
cool. I
stock
can't wait
in
to see what
first.
you got going on.
I gotta get my 1,000 bottles in first before I push forward.
Yeah, one thing at a time. One thing at a time for sure.
Running low on
Cool.
stock, I guess, is a good problem to have sometimes, but it's frustrating when you want to ramp up your ads.
It really is, and then there's the lead time for bringing in the new product. It's a very tough balance at the beginning.
It is a tough balance because we look at about a 12 week lead time once we place the order before we get
Yeah.
product.
Ooh.
So trying to balance that out and look on Amazon and go, okay, this is selling on Amazon. This is what we're selling on Shopify. Let's forecast that. This is when we need to reorder.
Yep.
I guess the
Ab
longer we do this, the better we'll get at it.
absolutely right. That's absolutely right, Randy. All right, team. Let me hit